Aries, hello, welcome to Coffee, Sage, and Tarot. This is going to be your monthly reading for the month of May 2025. Alrighty, please do keep in mind that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and reverse anything as you see fit, okay? Show me, Aries. I don't know if you saw that split. There you are. Show me, Aries, please, for the month of May. Show me that Aries energy, please, for the month of May 2025. What can Aries expect heading in to the month of May? Show me Aries during the month of May 2025, please. Thank you. All right, show me Aries, please. Show me Aries, please. Show me Aries, please, for the month of May. All right, and last time, show me Aries for the month of May. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. All right, so expect a lot to happen for the month of May, okay? The Sun, the World, Magician, Justice, wow, Seven of Swords in reverse here. Alrighty, so the one thing I will say, just right off the hop here, lots of things happening this month, alrighty. Just given the amount of major cards that we have on the board for you, Aries, I'm expecting that May to be quite a monumental month for you, alright. The overall vibe being that Wheel of Fortune. Let me just see. All right. The overall vibe being that Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this feels like, staying cool, calm, collected as things are coming your way, right? The ideal place for us to be is in the center of that wheel. So really just making sure, that as things happen and as fate kind of gives us things here, we're not being too reactionary and kind of diving and losing ourselves in the things that are happening, right? Magician on its side here. This feels like you're kind of heeding that advice, right? That you are staying on the center and you're not letting things move you. You're not being reactionary. You're kind of saying, okay, I know I have all of these elements available to me. Aries, you are a doer. You are the cardinal sign of cardinal signs, right? So you have what it takes to get things done for sure. Right now, it's kind of like, okay, you're not jumping at all of these different things here to you're not jumping at what's coming your way. You're picking and choosing where your energy is going this month, okay? So that's really nice to see. We have the Sun and the World here, so it feels like some things are coming to light, which is beautiful. Perhaps some new opportunities, as well as some opportunities to close some cycles, right? So it feels like this is going to be a very big transformative month for you, given this pairing here, the Sun and the World. A lot of things coming to light, a lot of opportunities, especially with that Ace of Pentacles in the shadow here. So be on the lookout for different opportunities potentially coming your way. We've got Justice here. Again, some decisions, right? And even if that decision is you're not going to react or you're not going to act in the way that perhaps comes naturally to you, right? Again, that idea of not diving all into certain events or circumstances or things that happen as they happen, right? Again, the idea of not being so reactionary this month, Aries. Either way, some decisions are being made this month already. That Seven of Swords in the reverse is really nice to see. It's almost like the Sun is lighting everything up and kind of exposing everything here so that there's nowhere for you to run and there's no excuses that you can give to yourself You can't talk your way out of anything here. You can't sugarcoat anything. You're not lying to yourself here, right? So this feels like a period of true honesty, unadulterated honesty here, and that is, scary, but also you're kind of like, I don't have the time to bullshit myself anymore. Let's just give this a quick shuffle and see if we can't get some clarifiers for you Aries on this board. Can you explain a little bit more what May has in store for Aries? Can you explain the month of May for Aries just a little bit more, please? Let's get some clarifiers for Aries. Let's get some clarifiers, please, for Aries for the month of May. All right. Six of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. Okay. Wow, look at all these aces. Yeah, like I said, transformational month for you indeed, okay? So yeah, really some new beginnings here for you, right? So you are showing up, which is beautiful, and look at all of these aces that you are positioning yourself with, right? The Ace of Swords, thought, perspective, ideas, Ace of Wands, your element, right? So this idea of stripping away things that don't matter and really getting back to who is Aries, what drives Aries, right? And that kind of idea. So new passion, new energy, new vigor. Ace of Cups, which was popping out there just before this kind of trio here, right? So really it feels like perhaps the emphasis is, or the kind of series of events here is that there's a potential Ace of Cups, new emotional connection, new opportunity for emotion, new opportunity for, to kind of get in Aries, to get in your feels. And that kind of propels these other aces potentially to be coming your way, right? So that really is quite beautiful. And again, very transformational looking. And it does make sense here that Magician is on its side because there's new beginnings happening, right? There's new opportunities that you're taking advantage of. So you're kind of, it feels like, again, with that Sun and that world, there's some new beginnings, some new cycles, right? So as new cycles present themselves, that means things are closing or have closed for you, Aries, which is beautiful to see, which is why these opportunities, these aces are coming your way. Alrighty, we do have that Page of Swords on its side. So this actually I'm not mad at for you because again, with you being, the first sign right out of the gate here, you're quick to action, right? And you're quick to make up your mind about things and quick to decide and say, okay, we're going to go do this. So you think and you react and you do. And so with this Page of Swords on its side, this feels like you're taking a little bit more time than you would normally, which translates to me like you're sitting with these aces, right? And really feeling the weight of these different opportunities and really taking this work this month seriously, okay? Six of Cups showing up in the reverse here. This feels, especially with the Sun and the World here, and then that Ace of Cup showing up first before this trio presented. This feels like you're examining some things within you that you've held on to for some time and are now ready to release. Okay? Deep-seated emotions. Maybe you're doing some work with your inner child this month. Maybe you're this feels like releasing that energy. You're ready to give that away. And because it's positioned between the sun and the world, that feels like what this work is revolving around, right? And so the Wheel of Fortune coming in here, it feels like that is kind of propelling, or the momentum for this work, right? Perhaps there's a catalyst in there somewhere to kind of help you decide in the month of May that you are releasing this energy, and that for whatever reason the time is now. Devil presenting in the shadow. This just feels like, again, with that sun showing up, illumination, right? Confronting whatever this Six of Cups is, and it feels like it has been something that's perhaps you've kept hidden from yourself even, which is why the devil is showing up here. It feels dark and twisted, but dark and twisted because it hasn't seen the light of day in a long time. And that's why the sun is presenting here, right? And the world is presenting here. This is a beautiful opportunity to do some of this work within this idea that whatever this is, you haven't touched on in quite some time. So it's almost like it's dusty, it's dark, and you're bringing it to light. And the Wheel of Fortune. So certain events this month are helping you do that, okay? Let's get some more clarification for Aries here for the month of May. Let's get some more clarification for Aries, please, for the month of May. All right. Okay. 9 of Cups. And then we have that 5 of Wands popping up here. So that's how you engage, right? How you interact with the people around you, right? Your colleagues, your equals, your family, your friends, right? I'm wondering if there's some interactions that are happening that are potentially causing or bringing these aces to the surface. Like, I'm wondering if there's an opportunity for interaction here, or for you to interact differently this month, and that's kind of what's propelling this forward. Okay, these aces forward. The 9 of Cups showing up here in the upright position is really quite nice. Again, because it's kind of like saying, just another way Spirit is saying, we're looking under the curtain here, right? We're examining what has been kept hidden, which is a really nice kind of confirmation for you that you are on the right track, Aries. And also this idea that you will sit happier knowing that you are finally bringing to light something that has been so much a part of you for so long. And it feels like you're releasing that heaviness a little bit, okay? Especially with that 9 of Swords in the shadow here, you know, with that moon and then that Queen of Cups kind of underneath it. It's kind of like, okay, now is the time. We don't want to sit with this anymore. You're going to deal with that, bringing out into your Queen of Cup here, and Hanged Man, new perspective. It's like you've been sitting with this for so long, and it has in one aspect or another kind of touched your life for such a long period of time, and now you're kind of like, okay, I'm ready to deal with this. I'm ready to let this go, right? Bring it to the light and let this go with that world so that you can embrace these aces. Show me about this 7 of Swords in the reverse, please, for Aries. Can you show me a little bit more for the 7 of Swords in the reverse for Aries, please? Show me a little bit more for the 7 of Swords. Thank you. I feel like there was more being clarified there, but we will sort it. Okay, so we've got another 9 showing up here. So we had the 9 here, the 9 here. Queen of Wands kind of flipped and came out on this side. So again, it just feels like, you know, keep going. You're on the right track. You're driven here. Queen of Wands, she is your doer. She will get things done. She will maneuver society and kind of bend people to do what you want. And that's how you get things done, right? So her showing up around these aces and how you're interacting with people, and of course with you here, it just all kind of, you know, like Aries, when you do something, you do it full force, and that's what I'm feeling from this side here. You're going full force. You're taking these aces and you are utilizing them to the best of their ability. Okay, and again, it's like with the Magician sideways. Um, Again, you're not trying to figure out how to say this. It's not like you're changing anything or transforming anything. Um, you're letting these opportunities come to you and you're capitalizing on them, is what I would say. Okay, and these aces are being presented because you're no longer letting whatever this kind of emotion was or inner child work or belief about yourself hold you back. You're bringing it to light, seeing it for what it is, and kind of saying, I will no longer exist in that, right? And so from that, that is where these opportunities are coming. So it could even be that, because your emotional kind of headspace has changed, your mindset has changed, your energy has changed, your thought has changed. And so you're perhaps even just seeing, perhaps these aren't necessarily new opportunities, but perhaps it's you changing and these opportunities presenting themselves to you, or just a different outlook, right? A different perspective. Okay. Um, Going back to the Seven of Swords reversed here, we have that Knight of Swords that popped out. The Devil in reverse, the Star on the side, and the Nine of Wands kind of in that shadow there. This feels like it's following this. And so this here, Seven of Swords, Devil in reverse, or both of them reversed, feels like whatever hold this six had, in terms of holding you back, because that's the energy that I'm getting here, you're not letting that continue to happen. Okay, almost like this devil has been this large looming thing for quite some time, and all of a sudden in the month of May it turns into a little flea that you can just kind of shoo, right? Something that is very manageable. You see it for what it is, or almost less than what it is, and it no longer has this power over you. Okay, Knight of Swords. Honestly, I'm getting the feeling that Knight of Swords energy is this Seven of Swords and this devil trying to carry more weight than it does. Okay, and with that Nine of Wands showing up, I'm wondering, are you allowing it to continue to hold that weight? Even just as a kind of measure of habit. I'm thinking maybe, but not in the way that you would carry it prior to exposing, whatever the Six of Cups in the reverse represents here. Like it's trying to carry the weight it once did, but even if you're just beginning to see it as kind of a, even if you're just trying to see that as not as its true size, not as big as what you thought it to be, you're still not letting it kind of have that certain power over you or dominate, right? Again, with all these aces here, it's like you're in control. You have the power, right? And so you're saying, yeah, okay, even if this is trying to come up against me, I've got my aces here. I'm in control. I've got my queen. I know how to interact. I know how to um, maneuver around whatever this is, right? So this almost doesn't stand a chance, even if it's, kind of bluffing a little bit, okay? The star showing up, oh, you can't see that. The star showing up on its side, yeah, again, this really isn't too surprising. It just feels like, there were some limitations here surrounding the Six of Cups. And so it makes sense that your star would be changing, right? And it's not that your entire goal or life's purpose is changing, although it could be. It's more how you see yourself interacting in the world, and perhaps what you're deserving of is changing. And so that star energy will naturally change as well, right? This feels like you are letting go of something that has been holding you back within you. And so the star is sideways because you need to figure out how to orient yourself by letting that part of you go. Okay. 9 of Wands. Yeah, I just get the idea that this has been a lot of work, a long time coming. And again, this idea that whatever this is, has been something that you've been carrying for some time, right? And again, with just as much major that's on the board, it does make sense that this is a monumental month for you, and this does carry a lot of weight within you. Okay, let's see what else we have here for Aries. Yeah, you're getting unstuck, right? You're not clinging to things that you have before, or you would before, right? This is Capricorn energy here, right? Along with that Devil. So what you kind of used to cling to, you're not anymore. You're releasing that to make way for these beautiful new aces to come your way, right? Anything else for Aries, please? Anything else for Aries? All right. 7 of Wands. Yeah, again, not totally surprising. The 7 of Wands here, you're acting in defense of yourself, right? And so it makes sense that you're guarding this work that you're doing. So again, really not so surprised at that. The Fool, this is really lovely, because it tells me that you're not overthinking this process. You're not second guessing this process. You're kind of letting, that wheel do its job, which is fantastic. And you're not, again, this idea of not being too reactionary with it, which is beautiful. And you're not getting stuck in one thing or the other, right? The Fool popping up here, kind of saying you're going with the flow here and really letting yourself and that higher vibration energy here take the lead. And that's really nice. You're not getting stuck in the mundane. You're not getting stuck in the minutia of this, right? You're letting the energy do what needs to be done. Justice, again, showing up in that shadow. So we have the double justice here. The idea of making these decisions, right? Doing what needs to be done on a deep level here, what feels like a deep and personal level for you, Aries, okay? For whatever reason, you have decided that the time is now, and you are capitalizing on this work that you're doing, okay? Let's see here. Are there any final thoughts for Aries? Any final thoughts for Aries, please? We might have it all on the board. Oh, was that too many? No, it wasn't. Was it like that? I feel like it's like this. Seven of Pentacles. Alrighty, so we have the double sevens showing up. Yeah, you're taking stock, right? You're kind of saying, and again, there's conflict in the sevens, right? Harsh truths. We're being objective here. But what's interesting is typically when I see Seven of Pentacles, I say facts, not feelings. But your King of Cups is showing up here. And so for you, Aries, I feel like you're taking your feelings as facts, or at least acknowledging them with the weight that facts should carry, because your feelings matter. And for whatever reason, whatever the Six of Cups is, perhaps it was you're denying your feelings, or you're saying your feelings don't matter, or something along that line. You're saying, no, my feelings are just as important as facts. My feelings are just as important as, my body being fatigued, right? How I feel about something does matter. And so that is carrying weight with you this month. And through that lens, you're taking stock of your surroundings. You're taking stock of these certain aces. You're taking stock of your landscape here, and you are making decisions with the full weight of that King of Cups, saying, I know where I stand. I know how I feel. I know which, that emotional intelligence, right? So which emotions are temporary, which are more long lasting. What emotions do I need to sacrifice in order to get to where I'm going? Or not sacrifice, but I understand are fleeting, right? Temporary, heartache for long-term gain, that kind of thing. So it's not like you're ignoring those emotions, but you're putting them in perspective, okay? And that's what I'm seeing with this showing up here, right? And then again, we have that Four of Wands in the shadow. Your mind is clear. Your head is clear. Your mind is made up here. And again, this is really nice for you. That's some Libra energy here. This idea, you're not, again, back to that wheel. You're not, being so reactionary here. You know where you stand in the center of this wheel here. You're letting things go, letting things flow. You're not getting caught on any one thing that is happening this month, okay? All right, I just had to pull these cards out here, and let's see. There we are. That was fast. Dance. Number 5. Change is not possible without movement, and movement is everywhere in the universe. You are invited to join the dance. Break out of physical and mental rigidity by engaging your body through dance. Dancing moves our energy, gets our hearts pumping and our blood racing, and forces us to breathe more deeply. Physical movement impacts our mood and mental state as well, freeing up stuck thought processes to see things in a new light. With intention, the simple act of dancing is a powerful partner in the quest to overcome any creative mental and emotional blocks that come our way. All that is needed is music, whether in your mind or outside of you, and if you're shy, a locked door. This card also invites you to play more with the people, the environment, and the energies around you. Dancing with another requires having faith in the other. It requires having intimacy and trust. It's a process of getting to know your partner, anticipating their next moves, and supporting these moves if you're inclined to do so. And this means letting the other read your intentions and support you too. Going forth to dance with your world in this way, with awareness that everything is a collaborative effort, connects us to the wider dance. When we step outside our comfort zones with the faith that we will attract the people and the support that we need, that is exactly what we will get. So go ahead and just dance. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you for the month of May. I really appreciate you taking the time to stop by and get some guidance and clarity heading into the month, just as I hope that you appreciate this reading. Alrighty, thank you so much. Please do hit the like and subscribe. It is free to do so and would help me out a great deal. And I wish you all the best today and always, and I look forward to seeing you next time. You take care.